Hello everybody, I'm Loaf Machines, and as you can see here, we're going to be doing a video on my cardboard box collection. Now, I actually have quite a few over there on the floor right now, so we'll just get straight into it. First off, here we have the Transformers Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack box, and I really like this one just because of the color and all that, and it's really unique on the background, because if you look right here, hey, what are you doing? Oh, well, to catch on to the cardboard trend with all of the Pokemon cards that's been the hype train recently, I thought I would jump onto that hype train by doing my cardboard box collection. You know that's not how it actually works, right? Just because Pokemon cards are made out of cardboard doesn't mean cardboard itself is trending right now. Oh, that's not how it works? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, hey, maybe you can think of a video idea while you're cleaning your room, you know, it's almost spring, might as well start spring cleaning early, right? No. Spring cleaning. That's it! Dust. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, showing a video of you dusting your figures and how to do it, right? Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Fantastic idea. Wait, you weren't, like, planning to make a video about, like, dust itself, right? No. But would it be a good thing if I was? Hello everybody, I'm Loaf Machines, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I dust my collection, because at some point every collector is going to have to fight against dust, so you might as well learn how to do it. Although it's not really complicated. I'm not going to take you to rocket science and teach you about calculus 3 and whatnot. It's just how I do it. A lot of people have how they do it, so you can decide whether you want to do my way, their way, your way. Who knows? Who knows? Besides you, I guess. So, now, to give some context about dust on your collection, you might not think, dust, it's not that bad. Of course, we have sunlight that we have to worry about, because it, if it not heats the plastic, if it stays on the plastic for too long, it can actually decolor it or yellow it. So white plastic on sunlight usually turns yellow over time, and the more you leave toys in direct sunlight, the more those start changing colors, and you kind of don't want that. There's also heat, which can melt the plastic, and in a lot of cases, that's not really a good thing. Especially with figurines or like anime figures, heat can make anime figures, especially if they're staying on like one leg, it bends over, it starts leaning and whatnot. You really don't want that. So it's heat, sunlight, and the most common and most dangerous one, dust. Now, the reason why a lot of people are really into dusting their figures or having dust-free environments is because dust doesn't make them look good. If you want your Thomas trains to look like they were made in the 1950s and you haven't cleaned them since the 1950s, then by all means, leave the dust on, because they'll look ancient by then. Me, I prefer if my trains actually look clean and look good and look nice. I usually dust my collection every few months or so. I know some people who dust them once a year, 2 times a year, once a week, twice a month. Really depends on your collection and what you're willing to do. That's essentially it. So I guess with that being said, I'm going to show you what I use. Here I have a tiny paintbrush that I don't use to paint anymore. I haven't used this thing to paint in so long. It's used just for dusting now. Because this is to get into the little nooks and crannies, okay? And for Thomas toys, you don't gotta worry too much about like the hardness of the brush, because these toys are made for kids, so they're pretty durable. So these are just to get into the nooks and crannies. of the toy. Next up, we got the heavy duty. Okay, we got the toothbrush. Now, before I even say anything, I think we can all understand that if you use a toothbrush to dust anything at all, or use it to clean anything but your teeth, you most likely should never ever use it to clean your teeth, because that would be really gross if you dusted a really old toy and then you dust you not dust you brush your teeth. That don't use this only for dusting from now on. Okay, you don't use it to brush your teeth. Now, the main tool that I use to dust my collection is a makeup brush. This thing works great for dusting, and you probably shouldn't use it for makeup. Same thing with the toothbrush. Don't use this for makeup, because then you don't really want a dust filled face, do you? Or you don't want foundation on your collection, right? So just any tools you use, kind of just use it for that dusting. Any tools you use for dusting, just leave it as dusting. Don't use it for another purpose, all right? So this is the main one. I'm going to show you how I dust it by dusting my Origins James, or introduce it, whatever the name is. It's this one. Now you probably can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it too well, but there's a lot of dust on this engine right now, and it's pretty bad. All right, so here is James. Hopefully you can see the dust on it. You probably see it. You probably can see it, but you'll definitely see a difference after I finish dusting it. So for James, since it's a really simple engine, it's not gonna take too much. All I'm gonna use is the makeup brush, and basically you just brush it like that. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's like the black is much darker now, just from that. And then here we take a little bit of tender. See this. And then there you go. Just dust it. Dust the bottom. You know, you dust everything. Dust the bottom of this too. And essentially, that's all. Oh, that's really it. Of course, a model as simple as James. And oh wow, it's so much cleaner now. I really hope you can see this on camera, because in real life it looks like almost like I just bought it brand new again. So yeah, this is really simple, nothing to worry about. Now we go on to something a bit more difficult. Next up is a Lego set, and you can see the dust on the this one you can see the dust on much more than the James. And because there's a lot of nooks and crannies on this Lego set, it's going to be much harder to get the dust out. So first off, we'll start with the makeup brush to get most of the dust out. And I'm going to do half of the jet to show you the difference, because this side has dust on it. So I'll clean this side up, and I'll show you how different it looks. So here we go. So basically you take the makeup brush and you dust it. You know, for any figures, like anime figures that have very fragile parts, you want to go gently. But since it's a Lego set, I'm not going too delicate on this one. So now that I've just finished dusting with the makeup brush, I can see that there's still some dust left, and this is when I use the paint brush to go to the nooks and crannies to make sure all the dust is out, you know. And any stubborn dust that's left on there, because it has been a while since I dusted this thing, I gotta pull out the heavy duty toothbrush. Now, even though the toothbrush is pretty soft for like your teeth, it's kind of rough on plastic. So for any like, once again, anime figures, if you don't want to scratch them, you probably shouldn't use a toothbrush. Just stick to the makeup brush and paintbrush, because they're pretty much softer. But for this Lego set, I'm gonna pop out this, and I'm just gonna get in between there, just to make sure it's all good. Okay. Alright. This is already sounding way better than the other one. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna lift up the camera. I'm gonna show you the difference here. All right. Okay, there we go. So if you look, this side is the side I didn't dust. You can see that there's still dust on it, right there. And then if you go to this side, all that dust is basically gone. There's probably always going to be dust on your figures or collection. You won't be able to get all 100%, but it looks much cleaner than before. Camera focus. There you can see right there. Let me show you this section. You see this? Then you go over here. Much cleaner now. Dust really shows up a lot more on darker colored figures or toys and like that. So that's why I'm using darker color things to show you the dust. Because it's like, dust is pretty much white, grayish color. So if you use like a white figure, you wouldn't be able to see it. That's why I'm using these darker color ones. And yeah, you can see the difference there. All right, and the last thing I'm going to show you here is a take and play, my bad. A take and play model, because this one has a lot more detail on it, and you can definitely see the dust on it. Okay, my paintbrush, not paintbrush, my makeup brush just fell. But yes, you can see the dust on the roof. I don't know, yeah, you can see it right there. Like this one's very, very dusty. It's also really old, so there's that. All right, so to begin off with, of course, the makeup brush. I'm gonna get everywhere. I'm gonna uncouple his tender. Just gonna go all around here. There you go. See, just dusting the bottom, dusting everything. And I'm looking here. It got most of the dust off, although in the cab it's kind of bad. And so that's when we come in with the paintbrush and we get all the little. We move the light here so you can see it better. There we go. There, now you can see it. Just go in here, you know. Now this is a very tedious process, but I think the payoff is gonna be worth it, considering how your engines and toys and whatnot are gonna look much better afterwards. Now, of course, there's a lot of dust on here, and for any dust that's stubborn that you can't get off with just these brushes or like the toothbrush, because the toothbrush is kind of like the final defense to remove the dust. So if you can't get it off with the toothbrush, depending on what the thing is made out of, you could probably use water. This I would not use water on. It has metal. It's a die-cast engine, so it has metal basically everywhere. And because of that, I wouldn't put it in water, because then the metal would rust, and that would definitely not be good. But for something that's only plastic, I would say it's probably all right. Like my Bionicles, some of my Bionicles that don't have any stickers or anything like that, I sometimes, if the dust is really bad on there, I just put it under some water. However, I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with putting their figures in water, and that's okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. Everyone, at the end of the day, it's your collection, so you do it however you want to. Me personally, I'm fine with using water as long as there's no metal parts or any stickers, or anything that could be damaged in water. You know, this is kind of nice. Normally, I'm quiet while I'm dusting my collection here, but I get to talk to you all today in this video, so that's pretty nice. I mean, I'm not really talking to anyone, but I guess I'm more talking to this camera. But it's a nice talking about stuff, you know. And yeah, Donald is looking pretty fresh now. Looking here. Okay. Take the toothbrush. I probably wouldn't use this toothbrush on any of my like anime figures or the more delicate ones, just because of how it's not hard, but compared to like the paint brushes and the makeup brush, it's definitely a lot more abrasive. So there's that. And yeah, I think that's it for Donald. And look at that. Look at that. A complete difference. Look how much clearer it is. Much better. Way better now. And yeah, there you have it, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the video. That's basically how I dust my collection. If you enjoy these types of videos, I might do more of them. It's very chilled, laid back, and I really enjoy them. So if you want to do more, you want more videos of me doing things with my collection, then just comment down below. And I guess that's pretty much it. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!